Okay, so we've enough parts now that we're going to start arranging out the track. So we'll just arrange it out until the first breakdown. So if we just copy all of these parts here, click Alt and copy and drag, and do that again. This is going to be, the first breakdown is going to happen at 65. So we can start deleting some parts before this happens. Now, breakdown's going to last for another 2 of these. So we're just going to start off with 1 kick and 1 snare. And we're going to keep the shuffle snare in. We're going to keep the first and the second hi-hats in. And we're going to have these out. We're going to delete them from there, and then we're going to delete that from there. So we're building this up. So we're going to bring in this hat 3 this point, and then we're going to bring in hat 4 at this point, and then we're going to bring in the ride this point here. We're going to leave the bongos out for the first half, and we're going to keep the amen break in, and then we're just going to delete the shaker for the first half. And then for the actual breakdown, we're going to be having the ride cymbal. And then after the break is when all of these parts first come in. So that's going to be at bar 97. Just move these down. And this part here is going to come in at the start of the break. That's going to come in every 4 bars, like so. Just copy that over. And as well as that, there's going to be a build up in the kick at the coming up to the break here. So we just loop these 4 bars here and zoom in. So we're going to have the kick on. So this is going to be a typical kind of a drum and bass kind of a build up. So it's going to go on every beat here, and it's going to go on a half beat here. So if we just Alt click and copy these. Copy this again. We'll just listen back to hear how this sounds. Okay, so if we can listen back to the start and then just see how this sounds coming up to the break. Okay, so we're actually going to look at putting another pad in to build up to that first break, just to give it a bit more interest.